I think our mission and goal for learners is different because we really believe in empowering our learners to become the best version of themselves. We want them to own this experience. School is not about the adults, it's supposed to be about the kids in our building. So we're trying to design something that every kid can be excited about, every kid can own, and every kid can create.
When I think about our mission and our goals here at Northern Cass or in a personalized competency-based setting, we are working really hard to make sure that life success is not a byproduct of the way we do business, but actually the way that we do business. So that shows up in making sure that learners are aware of who they are and what they're passionate about and what they're interested in and where they're heading, and making sure that learners have the opportunities to learn agency, to practice their agency so that they have that skill when they leave school.
That when she was following in the personalized computer sort of based educational experience, she needed to be able to speak up if she had questions. She needed to be able to go to find her educator who could provide the support and do those things. And so she learned how to be an advocate for herself. When she took that back to the classroom, what she really realized is how much she enjoyed the engagement that she would get from being in a classroom, being there with her educators and with other learners, and she continued to really advocate for herself.
I feel like I have very good relationships with all the educators at our school. I feel like I have a very good support system, especially with like the counselors. I know that me and my teachers connect really well together, and they can like understand like me and how I learn, and they like use that to like direct like my learning.
I think that it's given them a chance to be more involved with their own education. It's given them a chance to make choices that they weren't always given in a more traditional system. Kind of led toward a heightened sense of accomplishment when they do something by choice versus something that's been required.
When I graduate high school, I will have over 20 to 30 college credits. I haven't added them up, but I will have a lot, and it was all paid for, and I am forever grateful for that. That's like a year of college that I didn't have to pay for. Allowed me to do that. It has also allowed me to gain a different perspective on what learning should look like, can look like, and hopefully will look like in the future. And I really want to be a part of that transition, that process.
Personalized learning is based on equity. Our system before we went to personalized learning was inequitable because it depended who had better supports outside the school system and better supports in the school system. It depended who was confident enough to advocate for themselves or who wasn't confident to advocate for themselves. A personalized learning system builds a foundation where every learner is recognized as an individual and no longer seen as a number in a school information system.
So we really focus on the whole child. We really hone in on what are those skills that they're working on, or what are those skills that they maybe missed along the way. And then they have those opportunities to kind of work at their own pace. So they're all getting the instruction, the explicit instruction. It's just some maybe need a little bit more time, or some need to move on and they're bored. So we really just honor the fact that some maybe just need more time. Some are ready to work faster than others, and we give our learners those opportunities.
I have loved my high school career as personalized learning got more developed, and it's been a rough ride, but I would like to create something like that for future learners, and that's why I'm going into education.
I want to go faster. I want to move faster. I want to push myself. I feel like all the assignments were so easy, and now that we're in a personalized learning system, like I can do all those things and like be who I want and pick the assignments that I want to do, and kind of like tell my educators and show my educators like what type of person I am, like through my assignments and like what kind of assignments I pick.
I experienced, and I think with personalized learning, I'm comforted in the fact, as a parent, knowing that my kids, if they didn't understand this, they're not going to be forced to move ahead with the rest of the class. They're going to get that extra help if they're struggling. And on the flip side, if they're ready to move on faster than the others, they're going to be able to move forward and be challenged if that's what the teacher, the educator thinks that they are ready for.
We're a community for sure. It sounds strange to call it a community in the sense that we are building in the middle of bunch of cornfields, and that our communities are all dispersed, but there is this sense of family, this sense of home, this sense of people. There is a sense of I will work and work and work, and I will work so hard because I care about you, and I care about our mission as a team, and in terms of even our mission as a team with families. I care about what we are working towards together to help these kids that we serve.
When I came to Northern Cass, it was just such a beautiful thing because our admin was giving us those opportunities to, hey, we trust you, you go with it. And so sometimes it's some of my projects are a little big or a little crazy, and people are like, how do you do that? But again, I want to create those authentic experiences for my kids. So, we do a lot of classroom transformations. So I set up like a pizza parlor in here, or we did the Iditarod, and so we set up like an Arctic theme. And just, again, authentic experiences, giving them those opportunities that maybe they wouldn't have in a traditional setting.
One of the things we've learned is we have to be even more flexible than we thought we were, which means we need to have more supports in place for social emotional learning, for the mental health side of things, as well as the academic side. And I think we've started to learn that it's great if kids know math, but it's better if kids can be really good human beings. And so we need to get away from some of the content and be more focused on helping learners develop their own unique personality. And I think the other thing that we've learned is, as much as sometimes we don't like school and we don't want to come up and go to school or wake up and do that, I think the connections really matter. And I think that we realized how much we missed the connection with learners and how much learners missed it with the adults. We're not perfect here, but I think we try really hard, and that's something we should be very proud of.